Aircraft factory in the London Underground, World War II. At the Percy Military Hospital in Clamart, Hauts-de-Seine, a medical team carries a patient to an isolated sterile room after dressing a wound in the emergency room, France, March 1999. Monkey Boy, a postcard featuring a rare Japanese sideshow performer. Woodstock, 1969. Woman smiles while her pet monkey sits in the middle of her group. Cameron Diaz, fresh off her breakout role in The Mask, competing in the Toyota Pro Celebrity Race at the Long Beach Grand Prix 1995. Giar Parad Rochester Sinnimaden. September 1967, Sweden switches to driving on right-hand side of the road. A 1936 demonstration in Vienna by the Fatherland Front, the authoritarian, right-wing, Catholic nationalist party that governed Austria prior to Anschluss, its 1938 takeover by Nazi Germany. Princess Diana during a visit to Canada, May 1, 1986. Preparing to decorate graves on Decoration Day, 1899. Train wreckage, Ashtabula, Ohio, April 6, 1909. Rio car, first to cross Canada, 1912. Meeting of two sports legends. New York Yankees icon Babe Ruth pays a visit to Knut Rockne and Notre Dame's football team circa 1926. (1968) Washington, D.C. riots. Romy Schneider and Alain Delon, Paris, 1959. Anita Ekberg being fitted into her Devil Halloween costume for the Art Students League Dream Ball. Photographed at the Hotel Commodore in 1955. An open-air cinema showing the Ten Commandments, Utah, United States, 1958. Coretta Scott King and Bernice King at the funeral of Martin Luther King, Jr. British Prime Minister Winston Churchill painting a view of the River Sorgue, 1948. The Thrust 2, a jet-powered car that held the world land speed record from 1983 to 1997. A group of Japanese Aichi E-13A float planes in flight during World War II. Shortly before his death in 1990, ABC aired the TV special Sammy Davis Jr. 60th Anniversary Celebration, produced by George Schlatter. Flying Fish, the first flying boat produced by Glenn Curtiss on the surface of Lake Keuka, New York State, 1912. Habib Kabiri, an Iranian footballer and activist, refuses to hold a portrait of Khomeini in 1982. Girls 1935 Germany Krefeld. Cakewalk dance. Queen Elizabeth II of Great Britain dances with President Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana during her visit to Accra, Ghana in 1961. Coconut Fibre Works, Millwall, London, United Kingdom, 1885. Couple outside a building, Tokyo, Japan, circa 1952. Mother taken in ambulance to high school graduation of son, 18th of June, 1954, Santa Monica High School. The funeral of Joseph Stalin, 1953. Agony. Photo by Ralph Morse, 1944. Army medic George Lott, seriously wounded in both arms. Swissair stewardess standing in front of a Curtiss T-32 Condor airliner at Tempelhof Airport in Berlin, 1934. The Condor was the first European airliner to have a stewardess. Jaguar XK SS on Sunset Boulevard, Hollywood, California, United States, 1963. California delegates cheering on Stagecoach at the 1912 Republican National Convention held at the Chicago Coliseum, Chicago, Illinois. Copenhagen women arrested for alleged ties to the Germans, 1945. Girls playing a game of leapfrog, circa 1938. Audrey Hepburn. (1995) Photoshoot of 13-year-old Britney Spears by David Barron. Adolf Hitler during World War I. Hitler is seated on the far right. Smoking Dog, 1971. Betty Brosmer for a shot in the pool around 1950s. Pobeda passenger cars ready for shipment at the Molotov Automobile Plant Freight Yard, 1952. Carrick Airide Rope Bridge, County Antrim, Ireland circa 1809. Marilyn Monroe on her birthday in 1962. These workers carrying out repairs with seemingly zero safety equipment. Women marching with banner National Woman Suffrage at the Woman Suffrage Parade in Washington, D.C., March 3, 1913. Media Center, 1966. Women practice shooting on the outskirts of Tehran, Iran, 1986. Photographed by Jean Gomi. A woman jumps a hurdle to the new year. RKO radio starlet Myrna Dell typifies the American girl at a traditional independence celebration. Hollywood, California, 1948. Dogon stilt dancers in Bandiagara, Mali, 70s. Korean elderly riding merry-go-round ride, 1963. Alison Janney, circa 1970s. Hanoi, Tonkin, Indochina. An actor and actress from the Saigon Theater in stage costume, 1915. Men use ropes to pull away the debris of houses in order to look for bodies after the Galveston hurricane of 1900. Two-year-old John F. Kennedy and his brother Joseph, 1919. A young Julie Andrews before the Hollywood stardom, 1940s. Dense crowd of people on the street watching horse-driven parade float with floral theme, New Orleans, c. 1904. Women strike for peace, carry placards outside the United Nations headquarters in New York City, where the UN Security Council considers the Cuban Missile Crisis in a special meeting on October 23, 1962. Flying car in Times Square, 1924. Rubber bumper, 1930s. Stein-Winter Supercargo 2040 concept, 1983. A prototype for a truck whose cabin was cantilevered in front of the front wheels and engine with the load above. Advertising vs 201 Jiguli 1970s. Young dancers from the Children's School of Modern Dance in Utah on a dance recitals tour of the East Coast, 1953. China, 19th century, street performer. One of the earliest analog car navigation systems, the Eater Avto, 1932. Defunct United States Air Force planes piled up at an aircraft boneyard, February 1965. (1950s). A unique style of youth subculture in post-war Switzerland. Sophia Loren, Rome, Italy, 1961, photographed by Alfred Eisenstadt. Looking southwest, Bemis Bag Company is inundated by floodwater from the Illinois River in this March 6, 1985 photo. Private Dick L. Powell shares his lunch with a stray puppy. Korean War, 1951. Keeping cool in the office in Dallas, Texas, 1951. Russian President Boris Yeltsin, his new Prime Minister Vladimir Putin, and other Russian officials in the Kremlin, 1999. Eustace Seligman, New York lawyer, was first member of the Book of the Month Club, peering out from behind the 449 volumes he has received since 1926. Alkali Lake Braves hockey team photograph taken in Vancouver, British Columbia, 1932. An 8th grade classroom with approximately 40 students seated at tables or desks, each equipped with a Burroughs calculating machine. A Reverend Johnson are looking over the shoulders of students using the machines as a math tool. 1955. Jewish Berber woman, Morocco, c. 1930s. Tallest man ever, Robert Wadlow, circa mid-1940. Inuit berry pickers. The picture was taken near Nome, Alaska in the early 1900s. Andrea King and Bob Alda rehearing a kissing scene masked up because of the flu epidemic. Adolf Hitler Tower, Quittelsburg. The tower was built in June 1933 and inaugurated on May 13, 1934. The tower was blown up in October 1949 on the orders of the Soviet occupation forces. People on their way to a football match, Moscow, 1930s. A native Brazilian man fishes with a bow and arrow, 1967. Washington, D.C. riots, 1968. The massive wooden float plane, Spruce Goose, Long Beach, California, 1947. Front view of the two-man tank manufactured by the Ford Motor Company, Detroit, Michigan, 1918. Mexican Revolutionary General Plutarco Elias Calles being sworn in as president, 1924. Telephone lines, Vancouver, British Columbia, March 1914. A miniature lorry carrying children stands next to a steam locomotive on a platform at Ilford Railway Station, Essex, 1934. Felled giant sequoia dendron, California, United States, 1909. Milking a cow on the platform at King's Cross Railway Station, London, 1920s. Tony Hawk in 1983. Young Vince Vaughn. New York City auto wrecked in Central Park, c. 1910. Vintage advertisement, Hanes Stockings, 1954. Harry S. Truman and Cactus Jack. Teddy Roosevelt and Rough Rider Officers, 1898. Girl carrying a sewing machine, Tripoli, 1919. Marilyn Monroe visiting a baseball team training camp, March 1951. James Lone Elk, Oglala Lakota, Minotnastunda Mindendeva. John, aka James Coffey, 1852–1912, was a famous American sideshow performer. He weighed under 70 pounds, 31.7 kilos for most of his life. Olaf Krarer, 1858–1935, was an Icelandic lecturer and sideshow performer who was born with a form of dwarfism. A tumor on a person's head that has swelled up very much, 1889. Henry Kissinger meets Dolly Parton, 1985. A couple of young Germans clowning around during World War II. A man and a woman demonstrating medical equipment at an X-ray exhibition beside a sign reading, "The Metalix Tube for Therapy." Students of mixed races sitting together on bleachers to show the ethnic differences. Honolulu, Hawaii, United States, 1948. Los Angeles, United States, Hypnosis, 1963. Photographer Frank Horvath. Abel strapped into her flight capsule, as seen in a photograph taken a week and a half before the launch, 1959. Emerson Fittipaldi posing with $1 million cash prize after winning Indy 500 in 1989. A dog wearing a gas mask during World War I. Eartha Kitt oozing sex appeal in a life photo shoot, 1955. Wartime devastation in Paris, France, World War I. Lumberjill, female lumberjack, transports chopped wood in rural British Columbia, circa 1870s, 1890s. Soviet T-34-76 tanks after a battle on a Berlin street, World War II. Circa 1950, dancer Ann Argent practices her routine on the beach. Baseball fans lining up for World Series tickets, 1920s. Greenpeace tries to prevent the release of radioactive waste into the ocean, 1982. Dancer and actor Gene Kelly performs one of his signature dances, United States, 1944. Woman in the Swan, 1920s. Air hostess training, 1940s. On the Way to the Temple of Confucius in Khufu, China, circa 1938. Photograph by Walter Bosshard. A candid view of summer at the beach in Sieblick-Silt, Westerland, Germany, circa World War II,